the theatre, the dream, the battlefield. I'm not sure how many of you actually remember that track there in the intro by Remo Baldi. A lot of people thought that it was the official soundtrack for Battlefield 3 because it came out about this time, just before Battlefield 3's release 2 years ago. And I just played it there because I'm so excited about Battlefield 4. They released a new trailer yesterday called This Is Battlefield 4 Multiplayer, and I think the idea behind this trailer is to show you all of the features in Battlefield 4 so you can compare it to other first-person multiplayer shooters which might be releasing around the autumn period. And I have to say, it is rather persuasive, that trailer, so I know which first-person multiplayer shooter is probably going to be my favourite this year. Having said that, we will get to find out whether or not it is as good as it looks, and I really hope it is, because I'm so excited about Battlefield 4. It seems like, because it's the game Battlefield 3 should have been. From everything I've seen, that's what it looks like, and Battlefield 3 was good for me. It wasn't the best game I've ever played, but it was really good, and the fact that they're actually going to improve on that and possibly make the best Battlefield game yet, man, I cannot wait. I cannot wait. And as I'm sure you've heard, the wait is nearly over. By the way, before I tell you about when the beta is actually coming out, and if you bought Medal of Honor Warfighter, you're going to be properly pissed if you haven't heard this before. I unfortunately bought it as well, but I had Battlefield 3 Premium, and that gets you in anyway into the beta for Battlefield 4 at the early day. But I just wanted to explain this game mode I'm playing here. Probably not a good time to explain it, given it's gone all dark now because I'm out of bounds. But basically, I was trying to play sticks and stones. So instead of having a crossbow, a knife, and a tomahawk, like you would in Call of Duty, I went for a tank, a knife, and I didn't really. I went for defib pads. I switched out the tomahawk for defib pads because they're probably as difficult to get a kill with now as the tomahawk probably is in Call of Duty. But I stole that. It's actually quite an interesting game mode, and it's surprising. It's surprising how oblivious people are if you don't shoot at them. I think they sort of react to muzzle flash, people, and especially the humble bundles. They like, if there's no muzzle flash or no gun sound, they think you're friendly. So it was quite interesting. I'd highly recommend trying this out. It's a lot of fun. However, the Battlefield 4 beta, as I was saying, basically there's 3 ways to get into it on October the 1st. So it will be out on October the 1st. In fact, if you got it on PC, you should be able to see it right now in your Origin. It should be there sort of greyed out. I think you can actually preload it before the 1st, but I don't think that's been confirmed yet. I'm pretty sure you can, because you could for Battlefield 3 when that came out. But you get that on October the 1st if you pre-ordered Battlefield 4, if you bought Medal of Honor Warfighter. Danger Close has been closed down now. It's okay, guys. They won't inflict that on us again. And if you bought Battlefield 3 Premium, so they're the 3 ways you can get it on October the 1st. Then the game becomes available to everybody on the 4th of October. Now, obviously, it's not going to be the full game. You're just going to get like a couple of maps. I think it might actually just be one map. It's probably going to be Siege of Shanghai. I don't think it will be either that or Parcel Storm. Or Paracel Storm, sorry, that you get to play on. Of course, they had, when Battlefield 3 was released, they had Metro and Caspian Border, although some people found out the password to get into Caspian Border, so they didn't actually have Caspian Border, but there were 2 maps in that. And just look at that bunny hopping! I actually feel abused by that bunny hopping, to an extent, watching that back. That guy needs to see what happens when Bugs Bunny actually got caught by Elmer Fudd. And trust me, that carrot went places where a carrot should never go. Should never go. Field upgrades. Good old random change of topic. There's been a bit of concern about these, obviously, in the past, because one of them supposedly gave you sort of more resistance body armor to damage. It seems, now that we've seen the full list of field upgrades, which I'll put on the screen now, as I missed that shot, I'll hide it nicely. So if you want to pause the video, at that point, it was only up for a second or so, because obviously you can pause and then see for yourself. There's loads of pictures of this on the internet. But basically, field upgrades are what they've replaced the new perk system with, as I'm sure you know. So instead of having sprint, ammo, flak, all that kind of thing, basically if you work well with your team, you heal your squad mates and you revive them and stuff like that, you get squad points, which increase the field upgrade bar, and as you get more squad points, you basically get better field upgrades. I'm not entirely sure how much these field upgrades are going to affect gameplay in Battlefield 4. Obviously, it's a legitimate concern that if you join into a game halfway through, and there's going to be some squads on the enemy team who've already got enough squad points to have 4 levels of field upgrade, you're going to be a bit of a disadvantage if your squad is just starting off from nothing. You're more likely to get squad right, less likely to actually get to the 4th level of field upgrade. But from what I've seen, and especially from what I've played in Battlefield 3, other than sprint, because obviously you're moving a lot faster on your screen, I don't really notice what squad perks the other guys in my squad take. In fact, in this game, I was just taking sprint. The other two guys didn't even have one, and it didn't affect my gameplay whatsoever. And a lot of the upgrades, I mean, some of them are quite interesting. Like if you're stupid enough to fall off buildings, there's one that reduces falling damage, so that's going to save some of those people. There's also some quite interesting ones for the sniper class, the recon class, in that there's one that lets you hold your breath for 100% longer in that list. There's also one that makes you invisible to tugs, and also one that increases the range of those of tugs and the new motion balls as well. So it seems like there is a bit of a boost to the sniper class, but the rest of the classes, I don't think you're really going to notice. I mean, it's not going to be like Call of Duty where you get a perk and it sort of tailors how you have to play that class, because it's such a big advantage one way or another. It's just going to be something sort of minor that might help you in a rare circumstance. I mean, in the end, it's really got to be that way, because there's so many different ones you can take. Each of the classes has their own 2 specific field upgrade sets that you can have, that you can only have whilst playing, say, as a recon, or you can only have playing as an engineer. And then all of them have got a defensive, offensive, and a shadow one. Shadow's kind of like if you want to be the sneaky ninja kind of guy with your field upgrades. So all of the classes can take those 3 as well. So there's basically 5 for each of the classes. But that's how it's going to turn out in Battlefield 4. I think if you're a good player, you're still going to end up being a good player, whether or not you've got field upgrades. But thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll post some GTA tomorrow. See you in the next chapter.